Welcome back to Mortal Kombat X. This is Ant-Man 2050. We're back discussing Mortal Kombat 11. And this time, we're going to be using JAX. Now, JAX is an interesting case, actually. He's a great character, and definitely an MK favorite. However, there's a lot of characters that we just can't keep holding on to. And I think JAX is one of those characters. For me, he was great in MKX, but I don't see him coming back in Mortal Kombat 11. He makes it very clear that he's ready to be done. And honestly, with him retiring from Special Forces, he's only hurting characters' potentials, like with his daughter, Jacqueline. I want to say that JAX is going to be better used as kind of a support character, possibly in the background or just an NPC. I want to say, though, he's probably going to be done for this game. Downside is characters like JAX, just having them in the background isn't quite enough. So it's a possibility that he might have to be done to even just get him out of here. Either way, if we went with using him solely as a support character, I could see him actually falling into a spot where he is giving extra resources to the Special Forces, even if it's reluctantly, helping out his daughter however he can. However, I don't see him, once again, playing a major part in the story. We could go with the idea of killing him off, but I think with a character like JAX, it's probably best to leave him back in reserve. However, if we did decide we wanted to keep using him in Mortal Kombat 11, I don't know, he kind of falls into the Danny Glover rule. Keeping him around too long, he's going to wind up kind of becoming almost a joke. So, I'd rather see him as an NPC. That being said, since there's not a whole lot moving forward with him, aside from a support kind of role, let's talk about something I was talking about last time. Let's just keep in mind, let's go with the idea that instead of Mortal Kombat X as their next project, they decide to go back and do another Mortal Kombat Special Forces. Now, the game lives in infamy. It is terrible. But it doesn't have to be. That's the thing. We have a chance to recreate any of these situations, or any of these storylines, with the reboot. One of the big problems that we had originally was the Special Forces was pretty much JAX and Sonya. So if you wanted to make any kind of lasting impact, something had to happen to Sonya or something had to happen to JAX. Special Forces was basically JAX's game. It was supposed to be a standout for him and really kind of beef him up as a standalone character, so he had a little bit more plot than just coming to save Sonya. But let's think about it now. We have Cassie Cage, Jacqueline Briggs, Johnny Cage, sorry, not Luke Cage, Johnny Cage, Kung Jin, along with a whole host of new people for the Special Forces. You can actually make quite an interesting game, focusing almost entirely on these brand new characters. Along with that, you can make it kind of like Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. I know that's another game that had a lot of ideas, but it wasn't quite finished as well as you might have liked. A lot of the story elements that we could do in Mortal Kombat 11 would lend themselves very well to a Special Forces game. It would also give us a chance to redeem that title and build out something that was totally unique with these characters. If we were choosing to do just a Special Forces game, I can completely see JAX being in that game. There's all kinds of ways that you can bring a retired character back into a game like that, where we're not dealing with a whole lot of roster space issues. Either way, basically, as I'm seeing it, letting JAX retire is probably the way to go as the Mortal Kombat series continues. So, I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Is JAX one of the characters that you like a lot? Is Jacqueline not living up to the potential of being JAX's replacement? How do you see him fitting in Mortal Kombat 11? And if there was a chance to make a good, or at least even an attempt to make a good Mortal Kombat Special Forces, would you be interested in it? Or is the old game just too much to even defeat? These are all things I really would be interested in hearing about. I'm always interested to hear who has, whose favorite character is what. Now we know JAX has a huge fan favorite. But I think, honestly, as long as he's in the game, Jacqueline's never going to be quite the character that they would really like her to be. And if we got a Special Forces, just imagine Carl Urban coming in and doing the voice for JAX. Even if he's just in a support role, it'd be fantastic. Either way, this was Mortal Kombat X, and we're theorizing on Mortal Kombat 11. And this is Ant-Man 2050. I will catch you next time.